The Cochrane Sustainability Club is the brainchild of another science teacher and myself back in the year 2000. The science teacher and I were getting a little bit too tired of sort of the passive projects where, if you could, what would you like to try and do? We wanted to try and figure out a way that we could literally get our hands on that technology so that we could show the kids that this works, that this is something for the future. All the different phases of the Sustainable Development Project have to center around sustainability. We've all come to the agreement that we consume resources and we produce waste. And can we minimize or even just make this old school a bit more efficient?
We're basically a group of students who are passionate about sustainability and also want to improve the town of Cochrane or our school. So we wanted to take on something big, but weren't too sure, and then we just kind of started bringing up ideas, and then someone mentioned a solar panel project, and we kind of all liked that idea.
We wanted them to think big. We wanted them to think about solving some real world problems here. We want them not to be afraid of how much work it's going to be.
We had installed some solar panel projects a little earlier, kind of like a solar water heating system, and that was a smaller project and it was kind of quick, but I know we looked on where we could actually do this on the school, and the gymnasium came up. And we're like, well, we can't just put a couple solar panels up there, like one or two. We got to go big or go home. So I know, we just kind of drew out what we wanted to do and then saw the costs and what we could do and then tried it. You don't know until you try. First things first, we had to figure out, what do we actually have to do? What are all the steps? We had to break it down. We had to meet with engineers to see if our roof could even hold this system, as well as, what can we do to fundraise this amount of money? This is crazy. Started with presenting to small town businesses in Cochrane, just trying to get people to donate to our project, as well as applying for grants and stuff like that. Lots of us were very nervous for most of them, but we'd start off just kind of tell them, hey, we're from Cochrane High and we're taking on this big project.
There was a lot of rejection letters, lots of them. You could see it on the kids' faces, and I'm pretty sure they were thinking, what have they got themselves into? We just kind of ride the momentum.
We'd worked really hard, but we still had quite a bit to go, so then we had to come up with an Adopt a Panel project where we could actually engage individuals in our community instead of asking for large sums of money. That
just seemed to help us in a huge way, where the kids could latch onto that's something anybody could buy these panels. It was like Adopt a Highway, and they just ran with it. And this is where we finally reached a point where we've got about $58,000. And once that happened, then we applied to MCCAC for this huge grant where they would cover 50% of our costs. And we were there. We raised $108,000 in 18 months. We installed 130 solar panels on the roof of our gymnasium.
It's a 50 kilowatt system, so it produces approximately enough energy to power 7 average Cochrane homes for a year. The 130 solar panels on the roof of the gymnasium power 8.3% of the school's total power consumption.
It's raising eyebrows. It is saving electricity on a monthly basis, and it has cut our costs on a monthly basis. I believe since the system has been installed in July of 2019, it's like planting 800 trees. We've saved that much carbon dioxide from being emitted into the atmosphere. We are not just this club from a high school, that we have made ourselves known to the town, and they saw us not quit, and they saw us reach that goal. Right away, I think we proved that we were worthy to maybe help them out with some big projects that they want to do for this town now.
This is a huge project. When you look at it, it's always big companies that are doing massive solar projects. And I'm there's no way I could do anything like this. And then, being a part of this sustainable club, it really showed me hey, it's a big project, but it's doable. Like, we can really do this. And that's a huge thing for me, because yeah, now I'm more willing to take on future projects and more interested too.